and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel if you're new here. I'm Jahan, and today I'm going to give you a skincare update. So for those of you who don't know, I have some various videos on my channel. One with my original skincare journey. So this is when I decided to actually go and see a consultant dermatologist, and I see Dr. Emma Wedgeworth, who is in the same practice as Dr. Sam Bunting. Two very amazing dermatologists. Dr. Sam Bunting and has a YouTube channel, which I'll link below as well. I don't think Dr. Emma does, but she has a really good informative Instagram page as well, which she does lots of regular updates. And I see Dr. Emma, she's absolutely lovely and really understands different skin tones as well, which is really important to me because of my skin tone. I have to be careful with certain products and the sunlight and that kind of thing, and it's very low and slow with her, and it gets great results. So nothing too bold or punchy on the skin, although as I'll go on as I talk about these products, she just finds it astonishing just how much my skin can actually take without getting irritation, which is amazing. So I had my dermatologist update. I see my dermatologist every 4 to 6 months, sorry, depending on what treatments that I'm doing. The treatments that I'm doing are really to tackle acne and hyperpigmentation. So although I wouldn't say on the scale of having acne, I have ever had extremely bad acne or cystic acne or anything in that vein. I wouldn't say that that's me, but I have had just probably acne prone skin, so incredibly oily, especially around the jawline, around periods. When I was pregnant with my daughter, I broke out very badly. With my son, I didn't so much, but it left a lot of pigmentation. Also things like melasma, which is really common on all skin tones but during pregnancy and hormonal changes. So I had melasma left on my skin. I've still got some left on my chest, but I actually quite like the pattern that's made on my chest, so I haven't even attempted to get rid of it. I just think it looks quite pretty. It was like a faint birthmark. I quite like it. So I haven't even bothered looking at that because I really doesn't bother me at all. So really it's just a bit about evening out skin tone, getting rid of any texture, that kind of stuff, and she's done an amazing job with it the last 2 years. So if you want to see how it started, go and watch that video. And then there's various updates. Every time I see her, I update you and tell you what my new routine is and what she's put in place, and then I talk about some other alternatives that you could use, or you could try at home, which have similar ingredients. Start with, it's very basic, my routine, which is also something that I absolutely love. I used to do very many steps, and I think the less that I do now, the better my skin is. So the first thing that I have in my routine is a cleanser, and my cleanser of choice, and has been for some time now, is the Dr. Sam's Flawless Cleanser. And the reason why I like this over many cleansers is because it is a very, very gentle cleanser. It's a non-foaming gel cleanser, and it gets everything off in one cleanse. You don't actually have to double cleanse with this. If you do 2 pumps in the evening when you're taking your makeup off for the day, and you really massage your skin for 30 to 60 seconds, then everything comes off in one wash, and I don't have to double cleanse, which means I'm not pulling and exfoliating my skin with washcloths. I used to use oil-based cleansers, and she actually said that for my skin type it's probably not the best thing to do for oily skin types anyway. But she also said that sometimes you can just be overzealous with a washcloth when you're doing balm cleansers, and it is very true. When you're rubbing your skin to take the makeup off, it does exfoliate your skin with just the friction, but also you can also pull at your skin, and then doing it twice every day, I actually think she has a point there. So this is a really good cleanser. So what she has recommended, if you don't want to use this, because my daughter started a skincare routine now, and you know, like kids, they don't understand the whole 2 pumps or 1 pump rule. It's just like, keep going. She said that CeraVe cleanser, especially the new reformulated one, is just as a good alternative for somebody if you don't want to spend, because this is £16. It lasts me about 8 weeks, and I have it on a rotation. The packaging is a little bit frustrating, so when it starts to get towards the end, I start have to wiggling this at different angles to get it all out the bottom, because even when you think it's empty, it's probably not. It could probably keep going for a little bit longer. So if you want to use a cheap alternative, which is CeraVe, and it's cheap, it's about £12 CeraVe, but the bottle is much larger. So this is only 200 mils, but I think CeraVe is like 300 or 500 or something like that. So that's a cheap alternative. So this is the cleanser I'm still using. And in the morning, I'm still using my Paula's Choice Vitamin C Boost. It's gonna, there you go, it's focused. My Vitamin C Boost. I still really love this Vitamin C. I still get a glow. Whenever I think it's not working, people do say, oh, your skin looks really glowy and things like that. And this is part of the routine. So if it's not broken, I'm just going to keep using it. When Dr. Emma looked at my skin, she said it looks really, really good right now. So these things I'm not going to change. You may have seen my video on Beauty Pie and trying to look for an alternative vitamin C, but that didn't work out so well. But this one for me is a great alternative. I've tried the really expensive Skin Cuticle ones, which is about £100. This is half the price and very often on offer, so I usually get it for about £38, so much cheaper than the £100 mark. And when I tried them both side by side, I didn't see much difference, so this is why I've gone for the cheaper alternative, because I didn't actually see any difference, which is why I've stuck with this. And it is 15% vitamin C with furic acid and vitamin E, so I use this every morning. I keep it in my wardrobe, keep it in the dark, make sure I tighten it really tight, and it doesn't start to go yellow until like the last few drips. So the packaging is really good as well. I would recommend this vitamin C for sure. So before, in my last routine, I was using Pigmenol in the evening, but I wasn't actually using anything in the morning. I was using just vitamin C, some sort of spot treatment if I needed to, or just some anti-inflammatory spot treatment or exfoliator, moisturiser and sunscreen. So what we have added back is Skinnerin, which is azelaic acid. Now, this is Skinnerin that you get on prescription, and it's 20% cream. This is 20% azelaic acid. You can't get as high prescription as you can. You can't get as high as you can on prescription in the shops. You can only get maybe 10, maybe 12%, I think. And the Ordinary, the Inculus, azelaic acid is a much more popular skincare ingredients now in the drugstores. So I know that Ordinary definitely do their own suspension of it, and the Inculus do as well. And I'm pretty sure Revolution Skincare do too. So yes, with the Skinnerin, they've added azelaic acid in, and this is anti-inflammatory as well, so it will help with any spots coming, and it will help keep spots away, but it also helps with pigmentation as well, so it will help prevent the pigmentation, especially in the summer months. Now I'm coming off the Pigmenol, we want to avoid some of the bounce back that you can get from keep doing it all the time, because you can't use products like Pigmenol all year round. You have to have 3 to 4 month breaks in between, so this has helped to prevent that as well. Staying also in my routine is the Dr. Sam's Neutralizing Cream, which is this one here. This is £30. It lasts for a really long time because you use a really thin layer. I would recommend this to every single person to pick one of these up and just have it in your arsenal, because if you have a spot or you feel something coming up under your skin, if you use this on your skin, it will be gone within hours and definitely overnight. This stuff is absolutely amazing. It has, I think it is salicylic acid, I think. Yeah, salicylic acid in it, patchouli as well, sodium hydroxide. It just gets rid of blemishes within hours. I absolutely love this. I use this definitely in the week up leading to my period, because that's when I'm most likely to break out, if I am, on my jawline. So I use it as a preventative measure there, but then I also use it just anywhere where I tend to get congested. So in the middle of my forehead here, I would tend to get congested, and I don't anymore. It really helps with skin texture, makes my skin nice and smooth. I love this stuff, and again, it's gentle and it sits well under makeup as well. So this, for me, I will always keep this in my routine, whether I was working with a dermatologist or not. If I can recommend anything out of all of this stuff, get the Neutralizing Cream. I love this stuff. So after that, after cleansing, vitamin C, azelaic acid and Neutralizing Cream, I then go straight into my moisturiser. So very quick routine, not lots and lots of steps. And the Neutralizing Cream is only just in areas that you need it. I am still using the Dr. Sam's Flawless Moisturiser. I use this on days if I do feel for any reason particularly dry. In the summer, not so much, but I do like to use this, and sometimes I use like a tiny bit just under my eyes sometimes if I'm feeling quite tired or my under eyes feel maybe slightly dry. I love this stuff. It's a really lovely, quite rich moisturiser. It's got niacinamide in as well, which is an ingredient which is really good for my skin because it helps with pigmentation and evening out the skin, and it also helps regulate the oils in the skin too. So I really like this. And my alternative is to use the Clinique Moisture Surge. So I bought this Clinique Moisture Surge on a £10 Tuesday. And I absolutely really love it. It soaks into the skin, but it doesn't leave your skin greasy at all. So if you are oily skinned, don't be scared of this one, because it does just actually just kind of, your skin sucks it up, and then you can put makeup on top and it doesn't affect your makeup. But saying that, after this, I always then go in with my sunscreen, and my favourite sunscreen at the moment is the Eucerin Factor 50 Oil Control one. So I've used the Pigment Control one before. The Pigment Control one is just like, feels like a normal cream. It's slightly not oily, but it's just richer basically. And this one is suitable for oily skin, and it doesn't give you the same glow that sunscreens give you. It is more mattifying, but it's not completely matte. I know they have a mattifying version of this as well, which I think, for me, I don't get on very well with mattifying sunscreens. I feel like they dry out my skin a bit too much. This is a happy medium. It doesn't make me look shiny too quickly. My oils will always break through because I'm just an oily person. But this one, it does control the oils for a good amount of time during the day, allowing your makeup to sit properly and for you to feel comfortable, not feel like you've got sunscreen on your face. So that is my morning routine. My evening routine is just absolutely super simple now. It's 2 products, maybe 3, but it's super simple. So my evening routine is to cleanse. So again, back with the Dr. Sam cleanser. And then I'm back on the tretinoin, which I absolutely love. Everybody who uses tretinoin or some kind of retinol knows it gives you that glow on your face once you've gone through any irritation or anything like that. I don't get that anymore because my skin's quite used to it. Even after the breaks, my skin now recognises this product. And my dermatologist told me that actually my skin seems to be able to take so much, and the barrier's still in place, which is amazing. She finds that just like extraordinary. And even her knowing that, she still doesn't want to push it, this is why I really appreciate her as a dermatologist. She's so good at just thinking about the long-term gain rather than trying to short-term fix an issue. So I am back on the tretinoin, and I'm on 0.01, which is the highest strength one they do. And I love this stuff. You use like a finger tipful. Every evening I use this every day because my skin can take it and it's used to it. When you first start using this, it's maybe every other day, just so you don't get that contact dermatitis on your skin and spoil the barrier. And my brand is Abaji. Abaji, is that how you say it? I think that is Abaji, how you say it. I use that every evening. This is expensive. This is probably the most expensive prescription. You can only get it through a dermatologist. It costs £100 for this tube, but this tube will last you for a really long time. And for me, I was speaking to a friend the other day, and she was asking me about skincare. And for me, like, the most important thing is, I think, if you can introduce as a retinoid into your routine, and a decent sunscreen, because this will make all the difference, and a vitamin C. So if you were going to spend anywhere, vitamin C, retinoid and your sunscreen, that's where I would do my spend. And this is definitely worth it. You definitely do see a difference. Fine lines, evening out the skin, all that kind of jazz. And also is an exfoliator, so it helps prevent spots as well, or helps with spots too. So that's my routine. And then after this, if I do feel dry, I'll put a moisturiser on, but most of the time I don't. So again, you have to protect your skin barrier, and a lot of people do have to put moisturiser on after this. Just make sure you wait 10 minutes before you put your moisturiser on, and make sure your face is completely dry also. from cleansing before you put this on, because otherwise it can make the active ingredients even stronger. And that's my skincare update. So I'm going to see my dermatologist again in October, so we're leaving it 4 months before we see each other again, and that will be the sort of winter care where we'll probably go look at doing more around the pigmentation, more around the evening out, because it's easier to do that in the winter. So the summer months is more around preventing any bounce back from pigmentation and preventing it from coming back, whereas in winter we can really just go for trying to even out the skin, because the sun isn't as strong and people are less likely to take summer holidays. I'm not going anywhere traveling abroad. I'm not planning to during the winter months anywhere super hot anywhere and sunny, so that's why we do that in the winter, and we concentrate on just maintaining it through the summer. So I hope you found that interesting. I will leave Dr. Emma's details below. I think she is absolutely amazing. If you do go, tell her that I sent you, just as a show of appreciation. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.
Feel like falling deeper.